So it was announced yesterday John Brzenk is going to be competing at EVW 26. A lot of things I want to review in today's video, starting with some old footage that I found of John Brzenk's opponent actually going against Danny Tesh 10 years ago, Arnold Classic Asia. Shout out to Armwrestling TV for the video here. Let's go forward to, here we go. This is John Brzenk's opponent on the left here. We're going to look at some of his matches here. I saw some other footage of him that I reviewed yesterday, but this was definitely some impressive stuff. Him getting some wins on Danny Tesh, as you'll see here. Here we got Alex Top Roll versus Danny Tesh, 2016. 95 kilogram class. Looks like Alex won the first one, then Danny won the second one there. Now he's going against Xiao. Looks like he's going to be able to press him out of the straps, but they go into the strap here. Man, it would be cool to see Danny Tesh return to arm wrestling as well. That guy's kind of infamous. If you know, you know. Kind of a mythical arm wrestler, you could say. Maybe that's a better word to use. But look at this match here. Close match. Xiao getting this top roll going. Gets the pin. Clearly, he looks very technical. Look at his setup here. Looks very focused and composed in the setup. Climbs up. Gets the slip. Looks like he has kind of short forearms. I think John Brzenk will have the height advantage. Probably longer arms as well. At least that's my assumption here, just based on what it's looking like. Look, kind of reminds me of Arsene Liliev type of arm here. He just goes right to the side. Gets the pin. So he beat Danny twice. Apparently, I don't know if this is triple elimination or what is going on, because you know, typically it's a double elimination tournament. Danny has already lost, what, 3 times? So not really sure what's going on here, because they're facing again, and this time Danny ends up winning. So I don't know if this is like a 4 elimination tournament, or I really have no idea why they're facing so many times. Typically I'm used to double elimination tournaments, but here you saw Danny beat him, and now he beats him again, gets him in the hook out of the straps. I guess there was a foul. They face again. So there's just a lot of matches going on here. But you can see Xiao. You can see Danny Tesh. It's almost like they're having a super match after the tournament or something. Wow, look at that press. Look at that technique from Danny Tesh there. Against the top roll. What a match. So Danny ends up being the winner of this tournament, which is a little bit confusing. Like I said, so you had Danny number 1, Xiao, and then Alex Top Roll in third. A little bit confusing considering how many matches they had. I thought it was like a double elimination, but either way, you can see some footage of Xiao, John Brzenk's opponents here in about a month, less than a month, coming up really soon. So the EVW YouTube channel actually just hit 400K as well, so that's a pretty big milestone. I want to review a bunch of polls that I've put up to conclude this video here. Some of these are pretty interesting. Just some random polls here. Akimbo versus Brian Shaw. Somebody said stop pushing for Akimbo. That goof had a chance. A better question will be who has a better chance of being willing to compete. We'll see if these guys will compete in East versus West. Obviously, Brian Shaw already has. Akimbo missed his chance recently. He wasn't happy with the $500 he was offered. Pulled out at the last minute. Another poll here. Who should face Vitaly next on the left as the challenger for the world title? Dadakian is the number 1 voted here. Tobias is so slept on. The guy is so underrated. It's unbelievable. But somebody said nobody right now until someone deserves to challenge him. I mean, somebody's got to face him, right? Like, Dadakian already beat Camille. Maybe Dadakian versus Tobias could be really interesting. Who knows? But, yeah. everything's up in the air on that left arm division. Now, who would win, Ibrahim or Camille? Camille is a huge favorite. We saw recently Ibrahim call out Camille, also call out Devin Larratt, of course. Sagov pulled a knife on Vitalia. That was like a joke after pull thing. But Sagov, that guy's a monster on the table, absolute monster. And he's going after Devin right now, trying to get a match with Devin. You can see that all over the place on Arm Wrestling social media right now. Who would win on the left at 115, Devin or David? Devin is a huge favorite. David is so underrated, says this person. Totally agree. Left arm, Camille will smoke Devin right now, and watch David versus Camille. Yeah, David completely kept Camille out of that press. I mean, it was aggressive and violent. David Dadakian, that guy is a impressive arm wrestler for sure. Devin Glazer, says this person. Yeah, I think this would be a very tough match for Devin, for anyone on the left arm. I mean, Dadakian is one of the top arm wrestlers on the left in the world, without a doubt. Who would win, Alijan or Dadakian? Alijan is the favorite. Alijan will gladly accept this match since Dadakian is returning from an injury, says this person. If both are in top shape, it would seem to be a hell of a match for sure. I would probably have... I would say Dadakian is a favorite in my opinion, just after what he did to Camille. If he's in a good shape, of course, not injured. As they say, Dadakian is returning from an injury. But he's posted some training videos recently, so hopefully he's getting back to wanting to compete soon. Another couple polls here. Auden versus Akimbo. Akimbo is the favorite. Don't worry, Akimbo would just duck him too. Akimbo is afraid of EVW arm wrestlers. Do Akimbo's manager versus Devin Larratt. That would be funny. Or Akimbo's manager versus Dexter Tan. Maybe I'll put up a poll like that just for entertainment purposes. Akimbo isn't even a top-level arm wrestler. He's a TikTok influencer. Couple more polls. Auden versus Ryan Bowen. Wanted to put this up just after Auden's recent performance over Logan Bittinger in that tournament there, getting some pins on the right arm, which is pretty impressive. But Ryan Bowen's still a huge favorite. Ryan wins with the pinky finger. Prime Ryan Bowen pulled Levon's whole body across the table. Yeah, I've seen that footage. That was man, Prime Ryan Bowen, undefeated. That guy, that's a mythical arm wrestler, Prime Ryan Bowen. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, last poll here. John Brzenk versus Xiao. John, huge favorite. I have him as a favorite as well. Obviously, his opponent is much less known, especially from Western athletes. I believe he's, number one in China, or at least was at one point in time. Obviously, we saw some of the footage. The guy definitely has been arm wrestling for a long time. I don't know, 10 to 20 years, at least 15 years, because the video I reviewed yesterday was from 15 years ago. So John Brzenk's opponent definitely has been arm wrestling a long time. Devin even said recently the guy has some thick hands, and he was one of the strongest guys that he pulled when he was over there in that region. So will be interesting to see John Brzenk compete. Really looking forward to that. Let me know what you thought about that footage of Danny Tesh and Xiao, and also what of those polls were interesting. What other polls should I put up? And hit like and subscribe, guys. I'll be back with some more content.